Om lovelies, welcome to a yin practice for the spine, a little treat for the spine today, where we will move through in 6 different ways really, or 6 degrees of freedom, through flexion, extension, lateral flexion to the left and the right, and twists to the left and the right. So lovely one for the spine. Let's begin just seated for a moment and just move into your breath. We can use this time, this practice today, to create some freedom from the fast and caffeinated world in which we live in. Slowing down enough to allow gravity. So just let your energy drop. Feel your energy drop into your seat. And for me, just gently start to lengthen the spine, dropping shoulder blades into the back. Lifting the crown of the head gently, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the eyes. So just for a moment here, let gravity have you. Give yourself over to gravity wherever you can. So obviously there's parts of you that is holding you up. But see where you can release and release. Allow your energy to free fall, to move down. We're free falling into freedom today. Beautiful. Now when you're ready, let's just come forward onto hands and knees. And from hands and knees position, let's push back, downward facing dog. And now just walk your hands back to meet your feet. Put a deep bend in your knees to begin with. Hold your elbows and just let yourself dangle here. If it's comfortable for your body, if your body wants a little bit of movement, swaying side to side is fine, but please try to avoid bouncing. No bouncing up and down. And if this doesn't feel good for your back, if you've got back issues, you can rest your elbows to your thighs and keep your knees bent. But if you're dangling here, you're using the pose to release your lower back. So it creates a very mild flexion of the lumbar spine and a lovely traction in your upper back and neck. So this dangling pose also stretches the hamstrings. Once you begin to bring the legs towards straight, but take your time, lovelies. There's no rush. The essence of yin is to pay attention to the first sensations and never push past yourself to get anywhere. Let gravity have you today. Lovely. And now from here, lovelies, we're going to come into a squat position. Malasana. Your legs can go wide. You can have your feet out on a diagonal. You can prop yourself with a block, so you can sit to a block if this is difficult for you. Or you can, rather than having your legs apart, you can have your knees together and you can prop underneath your heels with a blanket or a block. So if the knees are together, it's more of an ankle stretch. If the legs are apart, it's more of a hip opener. Breathe here, let gravity have you. And we're using these postures to create freedom from the demands of a fast and caffeinated world. So be sure as not to place a demand on yourself here. Just find sensation and work with that. Beautiful. Now when you're ready, from wherever you are, bring yourself back to that dangling pose. So you're holding the elbows, you can hold the weird way this time. And your knees can be bent or straight, it's up to you. If this doesn't work for your body, knees are bent, bring your elbows to your thighs. Find sensation and work here. Let gravity have you. And use the pose to release your lower back. And your upper back and neck too, if that feels like what is happening. Let gravity have you. Beautiful. From this dangling pose, bend your knees, bring your hands to the floor and come down into squat position again. Now you can take traditional Balasana with your knees wide and your feet out on a diagonal, or you can bring your knees together and prop your heels to a block. Whatever feels good for your body. Just find the first sensation. So it's not too much, but it's not too little either. And wait here. Wait for your body to open. Let gravity have you. Inhale here, lovelies. And as you exhale, release yourself down to the floor. Let gravity have you and take you down towards the ground even more. And just create a nice wide straddle with your legs. Lovely. And we're just going to fold over your right leg. Just turn to your right leg, and you can either stay just turned and twisted, or you can fold forward over that leg if it feels okay for you. Find the first sensation, and then let gravity have you. And remember that it doesn't matter what the shape looks like, what the pose looks like. What we're looking for in a yin practice is how it feels. We want to find a feeling that is somewhere in between too much and too little. So just right. Just the right amount of feeling. Then let go and wait and see what happens. See if the body opens up from this place of patience and surrender. Let gravity have you. Just see if you can just be here. See if you can slow down enough to allow gravity. And from here you can either stay, if you find sensation and you're in that right zone that you can feel something is happening in your body, you can stay where you are. Or if you want a little twist, you can take that into a twisted pose. So we're dropping the right arm sort of to the inside of the right leg and turning it into a side stretch. You might need to come up to do this, or you might be able to just take that from where you are, depending on your flexibility. And again, it doesn't matter how far you go, it doesn't matter how it looks. What matters is the quality of the sensation that you create. Not too much, not too little. Once you find that, see if you can slow down enough to allow gravity to take you. Gorgeous. Let's inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly start to bring yourself back to center. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to turn towards your left leg. And this might be enough for you. Find the first sensation. Maybe you need to fold over that left leg to find it, and then wait. See if you can allow gravity. And the mind might start to rise up. The mind will want to come out of this, but see if you can just surrender the mind to gravity too. Surrender the mind to the pose. Lovely. And you guys, if you've got enough sensation and you can feel that stuff is happening in your body, stay here. If you want a little more, you can turn this into a side stretch by either dropping your left arm inside your left leg and just stretching over if you're flexible enough. Otherwise, you might need to gently come out and just take a side bend over that left leg. Close your eyes. Resist the urge to push past yourself to get somewhere. Find the first sensation and work here. Slow down enough to allow gravity. This creates freedom from the fast demands of our caffeinated world. Let gravity have you. Okay, inhale here, and as you exhale, gently come back to center. Our next pose will be straddle again, but we're going to fold forward through the center line. If you want, you can prop your hips up onto blankets, and that creates that kind of forward tilt of the pelvis. It gives us somewhere to kind of release from. If the pelvis is tilting backwards, we can't really release out of the hips at all. So if you know that you've got your pelvis sort of tilts backwards and you've got this kind of pushing out of the lumbar spine happening, grab some blankets and prop yourself up. And this might be enough. It might be enough for you to just stay up on your fingertips and breathe and feel the sensations that present themselves to you. Or you can begin to fold through the center line. If neither of these poses work for your back, you could always bend both of your knees and bring a block between your legs and just rest your elbows to a block, rest your arms to a block or two blocks. Remember, it doesn't matter what shape you make, it's the quality of the sensation that we're looking for. That place where it's not too much and not too little. That place where we can just get still and feel and allow gravity and let gravity have you. Once you find sensation, just breathe and be there. If you find that you can't breathe, then you are doing too much. Resist the temptation to push yourself out of the way to get somewhere. And just let gravity have you. Let your energy drop and fall down towards the earth. Notice any unnecessary tensions that you might be creating in the body, and just breathe them away, let go. And then let's inhale here, exhale here, and when you're ready, slowly, 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 slowly come back up to center line. And use your hands to bring your legs back together and just take them mat's width apart. Your feet to the outside edges of your mat, and you're just going to roll onto the edges of your feet, keeping your knees apart. Windscreen wipers here. So windscreen wiper your legs, just to counter all of that forward folding. And after these long holds, just doing these kinds of movements just allows the energy to start to circulate again in the body. Lovely, and our next pose will be a forward fold, so bringing your feet together when you're ready. We inhale, lift the body out of the pelvis. If you need to prop yourself up onto blankets, please do so. And And as you exhale, let yourself hinge at the hips and fall forward if this is appropriate. Find the first sensation and work here. If forward folding today is not accessible for your body, you can always bend your knees and hug your arms around your legs. It can be beautiful and nourishing and nurturing here. If you're folding forward, see if you can keep the muscles relaxed in your abdomen and your legs as best you can. Use props to make this more comfortable and breathe. Let gravity have you. Slow down enough to allow gravity, and this creates freedom from everything that comes at us so fast and so quick as a part of just living a life in this world. Let gravity have you. Let yourself free fall into freedom. And you can stay here, lovelies, if you've just found your spot, your sweet spot, and you're just working beautifully with not too much and not too little. You can stay here if you want to do something different. You can come into a supported shoulder stand. So it's a bit of a tricky transition, so move slowly, move with awareness. If you need a couple of windscreen wipers in between your forward fold and your shoulder stand, then so be it. But we're going to support ourselves on a block, but we're going to place the block with a flat edge to the floor, so it's not very high, underneath the sacrum, and the legs extend up towards the ceiling. So you're either in a forward fold position or you're in a supported shoulder stand with the block on the low level. And it's completely up to you, but if you want to add on, you can bring your shoulder stand back towards plow position, but please support your back today. So don't bring your hands to the floor, keep them to your hips. And your legs may not come all the way to the floor behind you, and that's absolutely fine. Just let them hover so long as your neck is all right with this, your back is all right with this. If this places too much tension on your body, if you've gone beyond and you feel you can't breathe and there's too much sensation, come back into supported shoulder stand. If supported shoulder stand places too much tension on your body, come back into forward fold. We're resisting the temptation to push ourselves out of the way to get somewhere. Instead, we're slowing down enough to allow gravity letting gravity take us once we find the correct amount of sensation to work with. Not too much, not too little. And if you're in a plow position, there should be no tension, no weight on your neck. It should be all in your shoulders. And whatever position you're in, you should be able to breathe. If you can't breathe, you've gone too far. Lovely. And now from here, lovelies, we're going to come out in whatever way works. So nice and slowly and gently, with respect to your body. And we're going to come into supported bridge. We're going to keep the block flat to the floor today. So it's a low bridge. Take your time getting here. And once you get here, find the correct amount of sensation. Not too much, not too little. You're going from flexion with all of those forward folds into extension now. So move slowly. Take your time. No pushing past yourself to get anywhere. If for any reason there's not enough sensation for you in this supported bridge, you can walk your legs straight and you can raise your arms over your head if you need a little more. But if this is enough, stay here. Only add on if you need that extra sensation, if you're very flexible. Beautiful, lovelies. Let's inhale here. And as you exhale, push into your feet and just lift your hips gently away from the block. Reach down and remove the block. And then slowly bring your middle back, lower back, and hips to the floor. And then slowly hug your knees towards your chest. And then let's just take some circles with the knees. So I like to separate my knees actually. I hug them in towards my chest. I like to separate them and then just circle them in and then out. And out and then in. But that's just my preference. If you prefer to keep them together and just make big circles one way and the other, that's up to you. Lovely, then just roll to one side. Press yourself up to seated. Come to all fours. And lower down for Sphinx pose. So we're aiming to get the elbows under the shoulders here. But if your back is tight, you might need to take the elbows forward away from the body. The legs are active as the tailbone pushes down towards them and the tummy lifts up. I like to use a block here to support my head, to support the weight of my head. And breathe. As far as is possible, allow gravity to have you. So let any unnecessary tensions in your shoulders and your face, in your buttocks especially, let them go. Let gravity take them. If you're tight in your back, it may well be that just lying on your front is enough. It might be too much to be in Sphinx, and you might want to just make a pillow with your hands and just lie on your belly. It doesn't matter what shape you make. The important thing is that we pay attention to the quality of the sensations. It's not too much, it's not too little. And we make sure that we're not pushing ourselves aside to get anywhere. We want to slow down enough to allow gravity. And let gravity have you and hold you for a while. So not too much, not too little. If you can't breathe well, you're doing too much. You need to do less. See if you can let gravity have you. Gorgeous. Let's inhale here. And exhale, slowly come out of that, move the block out of the way. Make a little pillow with your hands and just relax on your tummy. Now we're going to turn the head to one side. So let's all go to the left actually. Turn the head to the left so you're resting on your right cheek. And then gently draw your left knee up beside you. Little baby Krishna here. Your arms can be in any position that works for you. As you lie on your tummy, feel your breath against the floor and let gravity have you, let your energy drop. Gorgeous. Now when you're ready, come out of that. And we're going to do exactly the same thing, looking to the right. So resting on your left cheek, you're looking towards your right shoulder, and just draw your right knee up towards you to wherever's comfortable and relax here. Beautiful. In your own time now, come back to center. Take your time. And we're just going to roll onto your back from here. And our next pose will be banana asana. So lying on your back, we're going to move the arms first. So bring your arms over your head and clasp your elbows. And then gently move your body to the right. So shuffle your body to the right as much as you can. And then we're going to move the legs afterwards. So the legs would go to the right too. So we make a banana shape. Just make sure, lovelies, that you don't roll or twist your hips. So you want to have your buttocks kind of glued to the floor here. And once you find your banana, and it might be a straight banana to begin with, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what shape we make. Just find the sensation, find a place to work here. And you can cross your outside leg over your inside one. So if we're leaning to the right, the outside leg is our left leg, I believe. So we can put that over the inside leg. It just helps us hold the shape. And just breathe here, and as best you can, just try to allow gravity to take you, allow your energy to drop. Personally, I don't find this posture at all easy. I find this very demanding, this one. And I think that's because I have a tendency to want to go further than I'm able to in this pose. I feel like I'm not doing a lot. But then when I close my eyes and I breathe and I drop into the sensations in my body, I realize I'm doing plenty, usually. And that's the thing about a yin practice. It's okay to not do a lot. We're not looking to make impressive shapes. We're looking to hone our ability to feel sensations in the body and work with them. It hones our ability to be with ourselves. And quiet time with ourselves, it really does create freedom from the demands of everything and everyone else. So lovely is let gravity have you here. And now when you're ready, let's slowly make our way out of that and back to center. And we're going to do our banana asana on the other side. So we're moving to the left now. Move your upper body first before you move your legs. Then move your legs to make the banana shape. Make sure you don't roll or twist your hips so your buttocks, lovelies, are glued to the floor once you find the shape. And you can change the cross of your arms. And you'll also be changing the cross of your legs, so it'll be your right leg now that is coming over your left, I believe. Find the sensation, find the shape, and let gravity have you. This is a great pose for opening up your intercostal muscles and stretching the obliques. Just check that you can breathe here. If you can't breathe, you've done too much, you've gone too far. Let your energy drop. And let gravity have you. Let gravity take you. Alright, let's inhale here, exhale here, and then when you're ready, slowly bring yourself back to center line, in whatever way works. And then just gently hug your knees in towards your chest. Separate your knees and start to circle them so they go in opposite directions. They go in and then out in big circles or small circles, whatever feels good for your body. And they can also go out and then in the other way. Lovely. Then when you're ready, release that, bringing your feet to the mat. We're just going to gently, so we're lying down, the feet are to the mat. We're just going to gently pick up the hips and just scoot them a little way over to your right. And then hug your right knee in towards your chest, lengthen your left leg down towards the bottom of the mat. And in your own time, come into a twist here. With one knee raised and the other leg straight down. So we're twisting to the left. And we're using this pose to remove any last sort of kinks of tension out of the spine. So any residual holding is kind of released here. As we're in the last section of the practice now, we've done a lot of flexion, forward folding. We've done some extension with the Sphinx and the supported bridge. We've done some side flexion with the banana asana. And now we're twisting. So flexion, extension, side flexion, left and right, and a twist to the left and right. All of that adds up to make 6 degrees of freedom. So we're moving our spine in every way we can. Creating freedom in the spine by moving it in all directions. creating freedom for ourselves by slowing down and allowing ourselves to be held by the forces of gravity. So moving into that yin quality of surrender and out of the yang quality of resistance. So let go, lovelies. Let gravity take you here. Beautiful, lovely. So let's inhale here. And as you exhale, gently use your tummy muscles to bring you back to center. And once you find center line, just bring your feet to the floor and just scoot yourself back to center, because you'll be a little bit off center. And now we're going to use the feet to pick up the hips. So soles of the feet are to the mat. You're picking up your hips. You're taking them a little to the left. And then once you find that, you're going to extend your right leg down towards the bottom of your mat. Your left knee comes up towards you. And slowly you find the twist to the other side. I don't think I have, but if I've gone the wrong way, you know what I'm talking about. Do it the other way. And see if you can use every exhalation now to free fall, to just drop yourself into freedom, into greater levels of freedom, of stillness, of surrender. Every exhalation gives you an opportunity for more relaxation, so take it, let go. ready, just gently use your tummy muscles to support you as you come back to center. Bring your feet to the ground, so just lift your hips. And then hug your knees in and circle the knees again in whatever way works for your body. Now go the other way, if you haven't done so already. And then set yourself up for Shavasana, so make sure that you'll be warm enough for at least the next 10 minutes or so. Get any props that you need, any blankets, eye pillows, socks, anything like that. And then just lie down. Make sure your legs and your arms are away from your torso. And see if you can get yourself into a position that is as symmetrical as possible. Move your buttocks out of the way so you feel a good connection of your sacrum to the floor. Maybe press a little bit into the back of your head so you can just move your shoulders to the floor so you feel a connection of your shoulder blades to the floor. And then relax into your breath. You're free falling into freedom today with the assistance of gravity. So as we do our Shavasana today, I'm just going to bring your attention to different areas of your body, just in case there's any holding away from gravity here, just to check that we really do let go into this pose. The most important pose that you will do in any yoga practice is this one. So lovely. Just take your awareness right down now into your toes. And as you exhale, surrender your toes and your feet to gravity. Let gravity take them. Feel your awareness in your calves and your shins. Exhaling, release your calves and your shins over to the earth. Your knees, your thighs, and your hips all soften and release as your awareness touches them. Let gravity have your buttocks, your sacrum, and your lower back. As you exhale, release your entire spine relaxing now. Let gravity have your upper back, your shoulder blades, your chest muscles relax now. And the muscles between your ribs relax as you surrender to gravity. Feel your arms heavy, heavy now. And your wrists heavy and relaxed. Hands released to gravity. Allow your throat and neck to relax. As you release to gravity, feel space in this area. Feel that spaciousness spreading into your ears, your eyes, your cheeks, and your forehead, spreading and spacious. Let your scalp relax. Let your skin relax. And let your awareness go deeper now into the body, intestines, kidneys, liver, relaxed. Relax. Stomach and diaphragm relaxed. Surrendering, letting gravity take them. Lungs and heart release now. Breath and awareness softening. Relaxing your brain. Mentally repeat, I relax my brain. I relax my brain. My brain is relaxed. Relax. From this place of deep relaxation, observe any thoughts that might arise, knowing that you are not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. Allowing yourself to sink deep into the ocean of awareness that you are. Let gravity take you. Let gravity have you. leave you here, lovelies, to stay in Shavasana for as long as you can today. Let yourself relax. Knowing that this comes to you with so much love. Stay here, relax, let gravity have you. Namaste.